Howdy everybody, it's Amy from Amy's Sparkly Diamond Painting, and the subject I wanted to talk with you about today is the company called Paint with Diamonds. And this came about because I was somewhat recently asked about this company in a comment, and my initial response was, I don't recommend this company, and that's pretty rare for me to say. So I thought, well, maybe I'm not being completely fair to the company. Let me try again and see how they're doing, because as we know, all diamond painting companies seem to be improving through the years. And it's pretty rare for me to say not recommend. What I try to do on my channel is just show you what's out there of all the different price ranges and let you make your personal choice based on what you can do and what you're looking for and what you want. I don't want you to spend big money on something and then be disappointed with it. So I try to just show you ordering from various places and various types of diamond paintings and all that, with a focus a little bit more on budget friendly than premium. But for my personal choice when I'm diamond painting, I do prefer premium, but I know most people can't afford some of those prices, so that's why I try to focus a little bit more on my channel on more budget-friendly options. So Paint with Diamonds has been around for a long time. I have placed orders going as far back as 2017 with this company, and they do spam Facebook quite a bit. So they don't do unboxings, they don't do some of the other things that other diamond painting companies do, although they may be headed in that direction from what I'm seeing. But you do see them advertise all the time on Facebook. So you're probably wondering, what's it about? What's it like? Are they worth it? So I, of course, fell for those ads many years ago when there weren't very many options available. So what I have here, this one, it's called Starfish Shells Beach Squares. I wrote that note on there because this is one of my old ones from 2017. And so I had to pull it out of the sunroom where we store things. And that's why the box is a little bit faded over time, but this is an old one from 2017. And then that's the most recent one. Let's get these in order. So I tried again last year when I got back into diamond painting. So these were June of 2023 that I placed the order, and I was disappointed. I bought 3 of them, and I was disappointed in the first one I opened and started working on. It has been archived up onto my closet shelf, so I didn't even open these. So we're gonna look at these and I'll show you why I was disappointed. The boxes are a little bit squished, but I didn't think these were going to work out too well, so I have shoved them into the back of my diamond painting storage closet. But I thought, well, it's kind of unfair for me to say don't recommend when I haven't bought in the last year. So I did place an order a couple weeks ago, and that is what I have here. And let me tell you, things have changed. So that's what this video is about, is where they were and where they are now, and let you make your own informed choices, hopefully based on what I'm showing you today. So I'm not going to say that I don't recommend this company anymore, and you'll see why. So let's start. Here they do have a website. They do ship some from the US, but most of their stuff does come from China. It takes 2 to 3 weeks, but you can see this isn't all the orders I have, but these are the orders. I don't think there's any private information on here, as long as I keep my address up. I guess there was a little bit. Yes, you can see my address there, but anyway. These are orders that I placed here in the past. So there's one from 2018, $29.99. That was for 1 diamond painting and a diamond painting pen. The order I placed last year was for 3 very large diamond paintings, so it was $200. And then the order I just placed there August 20th, so I already have it in my hand as of today, was $100 for 2 diamond paintings. So the prices have gone up because you'll see these were gigantic and these not so much. But they're trying to look a little bit closer to a premium diamond painting company, poured glue, all that good stuff. But let me show you what we have here. because a couple of these I didn't even open, and I'm curious. I have a feeling I know what they're going to be like, which is why I hadn't opened them. But we'll take a look. After what I saw today, I was like, well, maybe. So this one was a 2017 purchase, and it is called Starfish Beach Shells. It was a pretty popular image back then, and it was probably around $30 that I paid for this. And these did not have licensed artwork at the time, but as you can see, poured glue. But the one thing I thought was disappointing was the lack of number of colors on this one, or on all of these actually. Although that looks like a little bit longer list. Normally they come in the 20 to 25 color range. The one that I got last year that is up in my closet shelf because I just didn't want to continue was like 25 colors. And it was a huge famous artwork bouquet of flowers in a vase. So this is what it looked like in 2017. So you get this little toolkit, but it looks a little bit different than they do now. We do have the green boat and wax, but you can see a slightly different style of pen here. We did have tweezers, but we have this, which was used to pick up drills, although AB drills weren't as much a thing. They were available from Diamond Dots and all that, but I never had any of these companies give me AB drills. But it came with this fancy little pen with little crystals in it, but that's what the tip looked like. Well, let me get it out of the plastic so you can see. This is what the tip looked like, really, really tiny. So you had the choice here on the other end of really, really big, and this is wax, so you don't have to fill it or anything, but the point, I tried one of these back then, and the point kind of squishes down pretty quickly over time, so you have to sharpen it and lose your wax or reform it. But I tried one of these, and I didn't like how thin that opening was. Let's see if we compare it to a the other type of diamond painting pen. You can see the difference there. So these thin ones I wasn't a big fan of, but that's what actually came in the toolkit. So a little bit better toolkit. And I was actually surprised when I opened it up and just saw that, because I didn't expect that kind of pen in there. So then we have, I clearly haven't even looked at this one too much. So you have your instructions and the website and all that good stuff. And then this is the old school way of how they came. They came in bags like this that were numbered. There's the colors and an inventory sheet. And I know in the old school days, the first thing you would do, sorry about the noise, the first thing you would do is pull out your inventory sheet and check the number of bags to make sure you had the right number of drills before you even started, because missing drills was a very common thing. So there's the picture, one of the typical beach shell paintings, and you have the instructions here and the number of diamonds with each color there. So I didn't really count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, looks like about 37 colors. If I eyeball this right, I didn't count exactly, which is more than actually I got in the one last year. But I did notice another thing, because I have saved some of these. I took apart one of the kits that was an old Starry Night, and the colors did not even remotely match the ones that I already had in my stash. So they would do a lot of color substitution. So you can't really be completely guaranteed back then that these colors were what they said. Because if they didn't have enough of a color, they would just put something close, and sometimes close wasn't all that close. But they are at least not the old tiny bags. They were decent acrylic drills, actually, not too bad. But you can see the stragglers in there with the different colors and stuff based on how they bag them. Not very shiny though on the top. That's probably hard to see on camera. They're shiny on the back, but the top, the part you see, actually isn't all that shiny with these older drills. But these are better than some of the others that I had from, say, Home Fun was the company that I ordered from back then. And oh, their drills were atrocious. Stuck together, oily, misshapen, lots of trash. I had to actually wash the drills with a strainer in the kitchen sink before I could use them. So these were at least better than that, but they aren't the shiniest. But so this is a 2017 version. The painting was size 40 by 60, and it is double-sided adhesive, and probably about $30. $29.99 seemed to be their common price. And I'll peel some of this off. You can see the colors here are not very indicative of how the drills come out. I don't mind peeling this back because I'm not sure I will do this one, honestly. But you can see lots of letters, numbers. It looks a lot like the budget-friendly mystery painting symbols, but there is some color there in the background, but it's pretty faded. And that could be sitting in the heat of our sunroom. Our sunroom is not temperature controlled, and we get over 100 in the summers, so it is entirely possible that this ink has faded through the years, because I don't remember them being quite that pale. But that's how they would come. And this is a square, as you saw. And with double-sided adhesive, you typically don't want to re-roll it, although I did back then. I didn't know that you weren't supposed to, so I'd have little rivers and things and bubbles that I could deal with an X-Acto knife, but I never worried about not unrolling and re-rolling them back then. And I seem to be able to complete diamond paintings. But these days they say don't re-roll, but guess what I'm going to do with this one? I'm going to re-roll it. Shove the diamonds in there and go ahead and re-roll it. Now there are videos out there where you can peel off the double-sided adhesive and replace with your own version of poured glue if you buy some of the dot stick glue. So it can be done if you wanted to remove that double-sided adhesive, but this is an awfully large painting to do that. It might work better on smaller ones. Not completely sure. I've only tried little parts. I haven't done an entire painting myself. So that's 2017 version of Paint with Diamonds. That's all I knew, so it was the company I bought from several times. Now let's move forward to last year. When I got back into diamond painting, so this order was in June of last year, I did not have any from Diamond Art Club. I did not know about Diamond Art Club. So what do? I fall back to my usual from way back when, and I saw, oh, Paint with Diamonds is still around. I'll place a big order from them. So that's what I did. And these are huge. And that's why $200 may seem pretty pricey, but I had 3 of these, and they were over 100 centimeters in many cases. But we'll start, I don't know which is which, honestly, but we'll take a look. Because now, after what I got today, I am kind of curious. So maybe I have written them off a little bit too soon, but we'll find out. So, yes, okay, this is actually the one I wanted to show, because I didn't know which was which, but so here we go. This is the bigger one that I ordered, or one of the 2 bigger ones, and this came rolled really tightly on a tube. It's got one of those little thin, let's see if I can pull it out, little thin styrofoam tube to keep it from getting crushed. But this is an Amy Stewart image, and if you've seen the Amy Stewart bookshelf images, they are pretty popular out there. You can get the real charts on Heaven and Earth Designs. So at the time, I do not know if this was licensed, but what was disappointing, this one also actually has more colors than I thought. So this one has 48 colors, but still for a highly detailed painting like that, 48 colors, it's budget friendly, and this probably was. I should look at what the price of this particular painting was. because it is 100 by 75 centimeters. But as you can see, it is still double-sided adhesive. So let me look at that order number since I have it up here. And I can see how much I paid for this painting. So this was called The Amazing Animal Kingdom. And it was free because it was buy two, get one free. So the normal price on this one was $79.99, and the other two that I bought were $99.99. And the sizes of those two were 105 by 70 and 90 by 120. So like I said, they were all really big paintings, about $100 each. And this one was $79.99 list price. But luckily, I got it free, so I wasn't too upset. But still, it was $200 for all three of these. So I kind of grouped the prices together. So these are the drills at that time, a year ago in June, and they came in baggies, and I'm looking for a sticker label. There it is. So you do have the number on there if you wanted to put the diamonds somewhere else, but they don't seem to have an inventory sheet in this one, or maybe it's buried in there because I thought the other one did. So this may be a fluke, or it may be buried. Nope, not seeing an inventory sheet. But what you see is very large bags of some of these colors. But the drills look a little bit shinier on the top. So the bottoms look great. I don't see like any concave ones. They do have the little dimples in the middle, which is usually, and I say usually, indicative of still being acrylic drills, as I expected. I didn't even know about resin drills at the time I bought this one. But they actually look pretty decent. So they're all clean, they're not stuck together. You can see that. And they have a few more facets, I think, than they did back then, so that's why the tops look shinier to me. I don't see an inventory sheet on this side. Maybe it's on the canvas. I bet it's rolled up with the canvas. So why don't we look at that instead of the drills? But I am actually pleasantly surprised at the number of colors on this one, because the other one was not very many. So there is this plastic coating here on it, but you can see the tape here is in sections. So here's kind of a section, here's a section, but it is still double-sided adhesive, and once you peel that off, there's still tape on here. So I'm gonna try to get through this here. There we go. And see if we can unroll this canvas and at least get to the inventory sheet so you can see the picture, and we'll also undo a little bit of that canvas so you can see how it's rendered, because I'm pretty sure it's just computer rendering based on what I saw from the other one. And I'm not seeing an inventory sheet in here either. I do not. So there is no inventory sheet on this one. So it does have now some branding up there. Let Your Mind Wander. Paint with Diamonds. And you can see it's the really thin polyester canvas. There it's plastic. It's very, very thin, like a lot of the really budget friendlies. But you do have their social medias and their website information. Welcome to the Paint with Diamonds family. Free insurance, 100% money back guaranteed. Join the rewards program to start earning points. But you can definitely see here, it is double-sided adhesive, but it is strips of double-sided adhesive instead of giant sheets, which means you can peel off, I'm going to torture this thing, you can peel off a section at a time instead of a giant piece and have to cut it. So let's take a look here. This is only a year old, or a little over a year old. So you do see here it's in sections. And I'm not seeing a whole lot of confetti or anything on that section. It actually doesn't look too bad. Now this is the animal bookshelf one. I wish I had a bigger picture. Well, I do. Because I had to go really big with this one, because I knew it wasn't going to turn out otherwise. So there is what it looks like. If I can get the ring light to quit causing glare on there. So this one right now says $54.99, but that's because that's a 45 by 60. If I go for the 100 by 75, it still shows a year later that it is $79.99. So they do have something interesting here that I'll get to in a little bit. It says Amy Stewart, licensed by MGL, www.mglart.com. Which is interesting because they weren't licensed before. So that's partly why I haven't shown these on my channel, because I figured they were unlicensed artwork. But now I'm not completely sure. So we'll pull off another section here. You can sort of make out the bear there if you can. And it doesn't look too confetti heavy. I'm just not sure a lot of the details will come through on this one. But this one is a little bit better than what I thought it would be based on what I saw. That first kit may have just been an even older one in their inventory. And that's why I was so disappointed with it that these just got shoved into a back corner. But no inventory sheet. Okay, let's move on. Because now I'm curious about that third one that I ordered that day. So I'm going to try to somewhat roll this up. Yes, I know, double-sided adhesive. It's sticking to itself there. I don't know, maybe this one will come out at some point in the future. So I can lay a few drills and at least check it out. So I'm just going to set that one on the floor for a moment. And look at this last one that I ordered. This one I did pay full price for, $99. So let's see what we have here. And we'll at least get some basics of this one. This was a Old Masters art. It was a weather related one, and that's why I picked it out. This one has 45 colors there, 70 by 105. And let me just check the name of that one. Oops. Let me hit the back button. Nope. Account. Orders. Where is it? Sorry, bear with me for just a second. This one is called The Gust of Wind. And it looks like that. So it is Old Masters artwork, but it was a really nice sky. Looked very stormy, very landscapey. So this one, if I pick the 105 by 70, now shows $129. Whereas before it was $99. But the rendering that they show may not be very accurate because it doesn't show very many colors on there. Or maybe it does show enough there, but some of them really don't. So yeah, this one only shows 30 colors there. If you can see that, when I zoom in, it shows only 30. And this one actually has 45. So that rendering picture may not be accurate on their webpage. And I probably won't unroll this one, but we will take a quick look and see, did we get an inventory sheet? We did not. And in both of these, I don't even see a toolkit, honestly. And I don't think I pulled them out because these were still sealed with tape. But they may have put them all in the first one that I already opened. So lots of dark drills with this one, but it looks about the same as the other one, so I don't think we need to take a look at it. But what you can see, double-sided adhesive, a few more colors than I thought. But I'm just going to move this out of the way. So when somebody was asking me about them, and I thought, I don't know. I thought that probably wasn't fair because I've seen them stepping up their advertising. So I bought 2 more, and it arrived today in one box. So there are 2 diamond paintings in here. What they did was roll them up together with the diamonds and put them into one box, which did save probably a little money for them on their shipping. But the box looks pretty much the same. You have the QR code, instructions, what's in there. Welcome to the family. And full drill DIY kit. So I did open this and look at it today. And that's why I'm doing this video here. It does come with a toolkit for each one. And the toolkit is pretty standard, but these are metal tweezers. So you have basic tray, a couple of multi-placers in there. It looks like maybe a 3 and a 7, or is that? Yeah. And they are the thin plastic. You have standard diamond painting pen, but the tweezers are metal and very sharp. So you do want to watch out for those. And then a 4 pad of wax there. So that's the toolkit, and I did get 2 toolkits because both kits were in here. I thought maybe just one of them had shipped, but no, they just put them together. So I did order Old Masters because I wasn't sure about licensing. But what you notice right off the bat here, we have the 2 separate bags of drills, no inventory sheet or sticker sheet or anything. But what we have now is poured glue. So I don't know if it's the size I ordered because these are a bit smaller. These are both 45 by 60, but I did have a little bit of sticker shot because those other ones a few years ago I paid $30 for. And if you saw the prices that I paid, let me double check here because it was a little more expensive than I was expecting, but I think I understand why. Possibly. And I say possibly because I'm not completely sure. I paid $98.99 total, so each of these, normal price $54, but I did get a discount on the second one, which was $44. So I paid $54.99 for one, $44 for the other. So we have green wheat fields, 45 by 60, and vibrant wheat field with cypresses, 60 by 45. So these are obviously Van Gogh images, and that's why I picked them, because no licensing, all that stuff. But when I went back to their webpage today, they claim to be licensed by some of these artists, including Amy Stewart. I don't know. That's, you know, I don't have any way of knowing. I don't work for the company. I don't know. Amy Stewart can't confirm. They have several common popular artists on there, and they say they're licensed. And that may be the price increase, because these are premium prices here. So at $54 for a diamond painting of this size, you're talking about the equivalent prices for a Diamond Art Club or Dreamer Designs. Maybe, because Diamond Art Club would be $74 for an average size, and this one is just slightly smaller at $54. But you get the idea. They're maybe stepping up their game. So we have the clear plastic on here and what is looking like poured glue, but let's find out because I didn't look actually that closely. But we do still have, it's thicker, but it is still that polyester plasticky fabric. So it's not the premium fabric, but the prices are trying to be like that. But I'm curious here. I'm going to try to peel up the edge and see, is this disguised double-sided adhesive or is it really poured glue? It feels like poured glue, honestly. And I cannot seem to lift it up. I'm just kind of scratching glue off instead. It doesn't smell funny the way double-sided adhesive does. So yes, indeed, this does appear to be poured glue. And this says 60 by 45, but it actually looks like the diamond painting area is smaller than that. So let's find out here. Nope, it is. Okay. That is the diamond painting area. So that is 60 right there. So it just looked a little bit smaller, but probably because I've been messing with a lot of big canvases lately. Trying to spill the drills out of another one over there, which I will fix. But number of colors has always been an issue for me. There are 40 colors on this, but for an Old Masters painting, that's probably pretty good. And you can see it does still have the grid lines, but it looks pretty clear. Symbols are the standard numbers, letters, out of order, upper lowercase. Looks like it's printed by the same company that prints maybe like GBFKE and a couple other companies there. Just looking at the symbols are about the same. So you get the thumbnail of the image, but you get no sticker sheet, no inventory sheet, but yet $54. But that's the first one, and hopefully these are labeled. These are the drills. No AB drills, although that may be an option. I didn't look. But this one is number 551, and this is 9885, so that must be this big bag, yes. So the bag is labeled with which diamond painting is which. Drills look about the same. We've got squares in little baggies, so it is already kitted up, and of course bigger baggies for the larger amounts of drills. So probably no need to open this because I don't see anything else in there other than the drills. So there's the first one, and they do flatten very nicely, so yes indeed, although that almost looks like ridges there, but I did check that this is double-sided or not. This is not double-sided adhesive. This is poured glue, but probably if I straighten this out a little bit better for the cover paper, which I'm not doing very well trying to do it upside down. Ooh, that was fun because it didn't lay down quite flat and caused a little bit of an issue there. That's okay. There we go. So those must not be ridges or bubbles. It's just the way the cover sheet is laying on top of there. Okay. So the other one looks honestly about the same. I probably should have picked something different, but I wasn't sure about licensing or quality, and I was already paying more than I wanted to for this experiment. But I did at least try to get Van Gogh paintings because I do like them. They are fun to diamond paint. But here's the other one. More cypress trees, a little bit more of a field, and a little bit more confetti heavy, looks like in the field. Number of colors here, probably about the same, is 40 colors. And same symbols, a lot of the same, everything on this one. Pretty clear to read, same size. So that's what I have from Paint with Diamonds, but I don't want to make opinions for you all. Sometimes I do, I can't help it. But I want you to be informed on what's out there and what you get for your prices. So $54, 40 by 60, 40 colors, and it appears to be poured glue. However, I'm not sure about the giant ones because I placed that order just a year ago and they don't tell you on the website. They do say that they are licensed with these artists, not completely sure. They have some that ships from the US, but not very many selections. Most of them do come from China, take 2 to 3 weeks to get in. And they don't tell you poured glue or double-sided adhesive. So it is possible if you order a larger one, you could still end up with double-sided adhesive. So just keep that in mind. I can't guarantee. I don't work for the company. I don't know other than what I've gotten here and ordered myself. But they do have their little Let Your Mind Wander up there, their social media, and their little information down at the bottom. They do have a rewards program. They do have insurance on these for lost or missing drills. But I think that their prices have gone up quite a bit, especially for some of these smaller ones, probably because of the higher expense in doing the poured glue, the 40 plus colors, although 40 seems to be kind of the standard here for these. But they are still thin polyester canvas, and not sure what more to say. So I could probably get a diamond painting like this from some of the budget-friendly sites. GBFKE and Coup Deals just come to mind because they do have some of the bigger ones. I know other sites out there do as well. Fan Sales, New Craft Day, One Day Saving, all the ones that I do PR packages for. But I think you can get probably this size of about the same quality for more like the $20 to $30 range. You know, 30 is high end. Usually it's more like 15 to 25 with probably same drills and everything. So just something to keep in mind. I'm not sure that I would say I don't recommend this company, but I will just say shop around because I think there are better prices out there for what you get. So that is my impressions of Paint with Diamonds, both then and now, but there could be still a little transition from some of those bigger ones. I can't guarantee you won't get double-sided adhesive on those, since I paid a lot for those a year ago and they don't tell you on the website. So maybe you can email them and ask like how many colors, because their renderings on the website obviously don't match. And you can ask, is it double-sided adhesive or poured glue, and see if you can get an answer. And of course, if you ask, they will say they're licensed. I don't know. So that's why I picked famous artwork that from anything before 1923 is probably safe. But that's up to you. Your choices, your money. You do you, you buy what you want. I'm just trying to show you what's out there. So, and I know this company really spams Facebook and really hits me over and over again, so I'm sure that you've probably seen them and they're hitting you as well. So this is what you get. So thank you for watching, and let me know in the comments, what did you think about this? Was this helpful in any way? Would you buy from them? What do you think? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. And if there are other companies out there that you want me to check out, let me know. And I appreciate your time, and thank you for watching.